Coming up on News Live at 6, the CNY Rise Center hosts their 13th annual Ramadan dinner, helping fight stigma and build community.
Plus, meet the candidates. The local race for a new state assemblyman. CitrusTV spoke to those running.
And a fridge at a local library helps feed the community. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Well, it's gotten a little warmer here on campus, but the winter isn't over yet. Welcome to News Live at 6. I'm Matt Lesnik.
And I'm Olivia Rodriguez. Let's go now to our weather anchor, Sophia Braun, live on the promenade. Hey, Sophia.
Hey guys, right now temperatures are sitting at 26 degrees. You can take a look right over here behind me. We are getting the tail end of a sunset right now, which means that the sun is starting to come out a little bit earlier every week. I think by next week the sun should set just about 6 p.m., which is very exciting. And we're also seeing, I was out on the promenade just a little bit ago, and people are starting to walk around without coats on. Now, in my opinion, 26 degrees is still a little too cold to be going out without coats, but I will say over on the promenade and over here, we're starting to see that salt is being put down, which is helping melt some of this snow. Right, we have this baseline level of snow outside, as you can see over here behind me. And the snow outside right now is making it just a few degrees colder, right? On the days that we're starting to get some rain, that's helping to warm up temperatures outside. It's decreasing the overall baseline temperature of cold, which is why our temperatures are sitting below that 32-degree mark right now. That's something that's going to continue in the days ahead. I'll have a look at that in a little bit. And overall, we're starting to see that people are taking off the hats, gloves, and scarves, and they're able to walk around with just a jacket on. That doesn't mean that the cold is going away forever. We're still going to see some cold temperatures in the coming days, but it is a little promising that we're starting to see the sun and a little bit less snow out here. Guys?
Thanks so much, Sophia. Love a Syracuse sunset. Well, now to the latest on SU's search for a new chancellor. Currently, Chancellor Kent Severud announced to the University Senate that his replacement could be selected as early as next month. The chancellor also emphasized numerous hurdles to overcome by the end of the semester, including graduation, finding a new athletic director, and dean for Hendricks Chapel.
And Syracuse University has set its dates for 2026 Family Weekend and Orange Central Homecoming, October 16th and 18th and November 6th to 8th, respectively. Students are given the opportunity to introduce their family to campus and its various programs. SU football will also host Louisville during Family Weekend. And today is the 9th day of Ramadan, one of the holiest months in Islam, marked by periods of fasting from sunrise to sunset. Tonight, the CNY Rise Center is holding the 13th annual Community Ramadan Dinner with the aim of breaking some of the stigma around fasting. Our Boone Kilpatrick is at that dinner. Now, Boone, what is that stigma?
Yeah, guys, as of a couple minutes ago, the sun has gone down, which means that for those celebrating the holy month of Ramadan, their fast for the day is over. Ramadan is one of the most holy months in the Islamic calendar, marked by a period of fasting from sun up all the way to sundown. But there have been a lot of issues in the Western world, particularly from doctors, who say that the practice of intermittent fasting is extreme. However, new research has shown that it actually can have health benefits and increase longevity. One of those doctors is Dr. Mobin Karimi, who's here today to speak on some of those health benefits and really highlighting the intersectionality between health and faith. And beyond that, it isn't just people who are celebrating Ramadan here, it's people from all walks of life. And this is an event that the CNY Rise Center has put on now for 13 years. And it's been an event to build community and to really bring together all of these people from different faiths and different backgrounds. It's a fantastic event. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Boone. Well, a Maxwell professor, Robert Rubenstein, has received the 2026 Soltax Distinguished Service Award from the Society of Applied Anthropology. The award is given to people who exemplify long, outstanding service. Rubenstein will receive the award in Albuquerque, New Mexico on March 20th. Currently, Rubenstein is also a senior research associate for the Campbell Public Affairs Institute.
And Nextdoor has released its top friendliest places to live in Syracuse for 2026. The leaderboard includes Westcott, Strathmore, DeWitt, Lyncourt, and Westside. The rankings are determined by how residents interact with each other on the platform.
And the race for New York State's 129th Assembly District is underway. Our Drew Matiasic got to hear what both candidates have to say ahead of the June primary.
Assemblyman Bill Magnarelli has represented Syracuse and Albany since 1999 and has never faced a primary challenge for his seat. Well, until now.
The electorate wants different voices. They want something new.
15th District Legislator Maurice Braun is leaving the Onondaga County Legislature after only 2 years to pursue a primary challenge against Bill Magnarelli in the state's 129th District, leaving this seat behind. Magnarelli says that his experience is a positive, not a negative, citing the nearly $1 billion in funding he has given to Syracuse City schools during his time in office.
I did that over the past 25 years. Mo got on the camera and said, "Do you feel it? Do you see it?" I'd like to ask Mo Braun, have you been in a school lately?
Braun, on the other hand, says his decision to run started when Magnarelli said in an op-ed that the Democratic Party in Onondaga County is doing just fine.
That one kind of set me off because I don't think that's the message we need right now. Things are not okay.
Braun, however, thinks the party has, quote, a race and gender problem, something Magnarelli disagrees with.
The people that are on the city council, the people who are on the county ledge, including Mo Braun, I don't see that.
And both men have different takes on various issues, including taxing the wealthiest earners in New York and the recent failure of good cause eviction in the Common Council.
And the items fell.
It's voted.
It's
Okay.
defeated.
I think we let our city down. I do.
Affordable housing through creating more units is the answer.
The primary will be held on June 23rd, with polls open until 9 p.m. In Syracuse, Drew Matiasic, Citrus TV News.
Thank you so much, Drew. While staying in New York's push to transition to fully electric school bus fleets has hit a roadblock. This comes after the state set aside over $100 million to electric buses to start the process. District leaders say the issue is not opposition to clean energy goals, but whether districts can realistically afford and operate electric buses. Most recently, North Syracuse Central School District confirmed it is applying for a waiver from the state's mandate.
And a new bill in the state Senate would require a half-hour recess for children in grades K through 5. The bill, sponsored by State Senator Rachel May, aims to promote learning through social interactions and exercise. The bill would also prevent recess from being taken away as a punishment.
And a community fridge at the Salina Free Library has become an asset for children and adults in need. Our Katie Jamroga has the story.
At the Salina Free Library in Mattydale, the community fridge is helping combat food insecurity one snack at a time. Through partnerships with Burn Dairy and Aldi, the fridge was started to offer food to children and adults who may not be able to find it elsewhere.
But it helps people who maybe get stuck, and are having problems, making ends meet, or they're short a month on, competing bills with rent and everything else.
The community fridge started here in the middle of 2025, but besides providing things like milk, cheese, and fruit, the fridge symbolizes something more within the community.
I just think it symbolizes that people care about their neighbors. So they want, they don't certainly want to see children going hungry. So they want our seniors or anyone. So I think that's really just the amount of people that have stepped up to help out. It's been great.
The fridge eliminates the face-to-face interaction that comes with asking for help. It promotes citizens taking what they need as they need it.
It's private, so people can come in. They don't have to leave their name. They don't have to register. They can just come in and they need something and go ahead and take what they need. So that's what we say. Take what you need, donate what you can.
A library open 6 days a week. Having this kind of service proves to be convenient to community members, especially during times that can present insecurity and anxiety.
Especially with SNAP cuts and, all the prices are going up. People are struggling with utilities and, everything. So I think it's important to have those kind of options.
The community fridge at the Salina Library is a resource for all and is still open for donations. For Citrus TV News, I'm Katie Jamroga.
Thank you so much, Katie. Well, the owner of a Syracuse area hotel is pleading guilty tonight, now repaying an owed $373,000. Satish Patel, who operates the Best Western Plus in Salina, Super 8 Motel in Clay, and other hotels in Cicero, avoided paying room occupancy taxes to the county. A county judge ruled this morning that Patel is also sentenced to a 1-year conditional discharge.
The Syracuse man is spending 11 years in prison after pleading guilty to a meth distribution charge, as well as the charge of possession of a firearm. 28-year-old Anthony Braun admitted to selling 3 pistols and more than 90 grams of meth between December 2024 and May 2025. Braun sold the items to a then undercover police officer.
Today, Anne Godoff, founder of Penguin Press, has died of cancer at 76. For more than 30 years, she was a leading book publisher and editor with immense range. Godoff is best known for timeless work such as Alexander Hamilton. In 2003, she founded Penguin Press. Throughout her career, she has published numerous bestsellers and award winners.
And today, FedEx announced the closing of its upstate New York shipping center. Employees were notified of this news months ago, with some being offered alternative roles. This comes after FedEx closed facilities in North Carolina and Nebraska. It is unclear how many jobs will be affected, with the shipping giant attempting to streamline operations in its Network 2.0 plan that began in 2022.
And coming up after the break, the Clintons testify, what the former secretary told the Senate in relations to the Epstein investigation.
Plus, Tim Walz reacts. The governor of Minnesota is responding to Trump's Medicaid freeze. Stick with us.
Nation. Call the Citrus TV newsroom 315-443-1177 or tweet at Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani met with President Trump in the White House. The unannounced trip was deemed successful by Mamdani, with a post on X saying, quote, "I had a productive meeting with President Trump this afternoon. I'm looking forward to building more housing in New York City," end quote.
The mayor also says he has secured a promise that federal immigration agents would release a Columbia University student they had arrested early this morning. This is the second time the pair have met since the mayor's election last November.
And from the Oval Office to the East Wing, a U.S. district judge is rejecting the National Trust for Historic Preservation's request to block the construction of a $400 million ballroom.
The preservation group argues the demolition of the White House East Wing is not within President Trump's constitutional authority.
However, due to the construction being privately funded, the judge sees no reason to test the president's authority claims. And from the East Wing to the West Wing, members of the House Oversight Committee traveled to the home of Hillary Clinton today for the start of a 2-day deposition. The former secretary claims she had, quote, "no idea about Epstein and his accomplices' criminal activities," and does not ever recall having an encounter with Epstein himself.
The former First Lady said, quote, "As I stated in my sworn declaration on January 13th, I had no idea about their criminal activities. I do not recall ever encountering Mr. Epstein. I never flew on his plane or visited his islands, homes, or offices," end quote. The depositions will also include former President Bill Clinton, making it the first time a former president has been forced to testify before Congress.
And Vice President J.D. Vance says that the Trump administration is withholding more than $250 million in Medicaid funding from Minnesota after claims of widespread fraud. Vance blames Minnesota Governor Tim Walz for failing to police the program and warns that the pause will continue until the state submits a plan to regulate the misuse in a 60-day period.
Along with the legislation, the administration also is requiring the state to verify the legitimacy of people who use the program. However, Walz claims that this pause has, quote, "nothing to do with the fraud," and that this is an act to punish blue states such as Minnesota.
If I knew what went on in Donald Trump's mind, I think the world would be really glad to hear me say what it is. I have no damn idea, Mary. And they're being very specific about this. And look, I don't know when sometimes somebody says that enough is enough. This is a targeted retribution against a state that the president doesn't like.
Now to the latest in Geneva, as Iran and the U.S. held indirect talks to reach a deal on Tehran's nuclear program as the U.S. bolsters their military presence in the Middle East. Oman's foreign minister mediated negotiations and says that the talks have ended but will resume soon.
Iran has maintained that it wants to keep the talks solely on nuclear issues, while the United States pushes to halt Iran's enrichment of uranium entirely. Analysts are concerned that ending the talks without an immediate deal could lead to American military action against Iran.
Coming up after the break, I'll have a look at your 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. Starting out with tomorrow, temperatures are going to sit at a high of 45 degrees, a low of 38 degrees. We can expect partly cloudy skies. Heading into Saturday, though, those temperatures will increase just a little bit in the highs with a high of 48 degrees, but a low of 21 degrees. You can also expect some sporadic snow showers that might turn into some rain throughout the day. Going into Sunday, though, those temperatures are going to dip down to a high of 24 degrees and a low of 7 degrees. We're going to expect those partly cloudy skies to come back. On Monday, that's going to stay pretty consistent with a high of 26 degrees and a low of 10 degrees. And then going into Tuesday, we're going to have a high just warming up a little bit of 35 degrees and a low of 26 degrees. Now, this is the first time that we've seen almost an entire week with a little bit of sun in it, which is a pretty big deal here in Syracuse for spring. So I do want to say, though, because the snow is not going away just yet, I want to ask Liv and Matt, when do you guys think temperatures will be above 40 degrees, but also more importantly, how soon should we be salting the roads after the snow starts to fall? So your options are before the snow falls, in the first hour of snowfall, 4 hours after snow starts to fall or 6 hours after snowfall? When do you guys think you should start putting salt down when the snow is still coming around?
You know, I'm not from a place that snows very often, so I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to say C, 4 hours after it snows.
I am from a place where it snows, so I'm going to say A before you put it down.
Matt, you're exactly right. It is A, before the snow falls. That is the safest way to avoid slipping, any injuries or anything. Make sure to be walking carefully, as we talked about earlier, but also make sure to get some of that salt down to protect you and your cars and feet when you go outside. Guys?
Thank you, Sophia. Well, a fast food staple is about to undergo a makeover. Burger King announced earlier today they will be changing their Whopper after 10 years in attempts to make a higher quality Whopper experience.
The bread, bun, packaging, and toppings will all be the major changes made to the beloved burger, although the quarter-pounder beef patty will remain the same. These iterations are Burger King's attempts at an upgraded Whopper inspired by guest feedback.
Whopper, by the way, the only thing I get at Burger King. Coming up, number 6 Syracuse men's lacrosse aims to bounce back in a big way against number 7 Princeton tomorrow night. And women's basketball is just minutes away from an ACC showdown with Notre Dame. It's sports after this.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
Women's basketball, men's hoops, and both lacrosse teams play this weekend for Syracuse. Plus, baseball is back. But as my dad likes to tell me, let's focus on one thing at a time. It's Drew Albaugh with sports. What's better to start out with than Syracuse women's basketball? SU takes on Notre Dame tonight at 7, and it's a big one for the Cuse. SU is a projected 9 seed in the NCAA tournament, according to ESPN. It would be the second dance in March for head coach Felicia Leggett-Jack in just the past 3 years. The player to watch out for in this one is SU center Uche Izoje. The freshman scored a season-high 26 points last time out against NC State. Izoje's averaged over 15 across her last 5 games. Tip-off tonight is set for 7. Follow at CitrusTV Sports on socials for game updates and post-game content. On the flip side, men's hoops takes on Wake Forest Saturday. The Orange have dropped 7 of their last 10, sit 12th in the ACC. And with just 3 games to play in the regular season, the Cuse aim to build some momentum ahead of the conference tournament on March 10th. SU has never won the ACC tournament since joining the conference in 2013, but let's slow our roll. Game time against the Demon Deacons is at 5:45 on Saturday. The marquee matchup in this one is SU guard J.J. Starling and Wake guard Juke Harris. Both finished with over 20 their last time out. For more on the matchup, tune in to Citrus TV prior to tip-off for Q's Countdown's pregame coverage, and stay tuned after the game for Orange Press Pass. All right, enough hoops. Number 6 Syracuse men's lacrosse gets ready for a big matchup with number 7 Princeton tomorrow afternoon. And while every team needs a Pippin to Jordan, a Robin to Batman, or a J in PB&J, yes, the peanut butter is the star of the sandwich. Number 6 Syracuse men's lacrosse's sidekick to attackman Joey Spallina is midfielder Michael Leo. Last time out in a loss to Harvard, the senior tied a career-high 5 points. What's more, the second-team All-American netted 3 goals against the Tigers last season in a narrow quarterfinals win. The Cuse aim to win its 7th straight over Princeton tomorrow at 4. Catch Orange Press Pass after the game for all coverage. On the other hand, number 15 Syracuse women's lacrosse battles Louisville on Saturday at noon. The Orange are 1-3 on the year. Granted, all 3 losses have come against the top 3 teams in the nation. All right, wrapping things up, let's take it to the Diamonds. Both the Yankees and the Mets are well underway in spring training. Baseball is back, baby. The big talking point this time around is the new automated balls and strikes program that is set to affect this season. Teams get 2 challenges per game to argue balls and strikes, with the opportunity to keep challenges with successful protests. Both the Mets and the Yankees are still a month out from regular season action. However, if you're like me and just itching for competitive baseball, the World Baseball Classic gets rolling on March 5th. That's all I got for sports. Guys, back to you.
Drew, thanks so much. Really excited for baseball season. But when we come back, we'll have one last look at your wake-up weather.
Stay with us.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to News Live at 6. When you wake up tomorrow morning, temperatures will be sitting at a high of 26 degrees. We're going to finally get the sun for the first time this semester in a forecast. It's going to feel like 29 degrees though, and we're going to have 9 miles per hour wind gusts, so that's less than we've been having for a little bit. It's going to feel even a little bit warmer than we've been expecting it to for a little bit. So yeah, guys.
You know what? Warmer than usual is my favorite thing to hear, Sophia. I love when I get the forecast.
And it's still 29 degrees, so.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. You're saying people walking around there in shorts?
Shorts
can't believe
without
that.
coats. Crazy.
I'll always take warmer than expected, but beverage company Liquid Death is partnering with Spotify and has made an urn that plays music after you die.
The urn, which costs close to $500, has a built-in Bluetooth speaker on the lid. Spotify users can create an eternal playlist for the urn to play. Only 150 urns were made, making them extremely limited.
Now, this seems extremely morbid, but guys, what would you put on your eternal playlist?
You know, yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm feeling like the sunshine vibe right now. So it's got to be something happy. The song that I associate with sunshine is What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction. And I feel like that's going to put people in a good mood, right?
You know,
It's a weird topic.
Even if it's your urn, like, you know, if you hear like a upbeat song, it's like, wow, that's a good memory, right?
I think
This is such a crazy concept, by the way.
Exactly.
I mean, it is an urn, so I might go with Burn Baby Burn.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Good choice.
You
Good
gotta
choice.
stay
I respect
character
it,
just
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, you know, that's honestly, I was going to say, I'm honestly the opposite of Sophia, unfortunately. I'm going highway to hell, unfortunately.
Highway
but
to
Matt,
hell.
what's your song?
I gotta pick something that's gonna annoy my family because if they're sticking with it, they gotta remember I was here. Anyway, that's all this for Citrus TV News Live at 6 for this Thursday.
Don't forget to follow us on X and Instagram at Citrus TV News. For the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Olivia Rodriguez.
And I'm Matt Lesnik. Have a great night, Syracuse.